What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. If you're not already subscribed, I'll give you a second to subscribe. Go ahead. No, it's okay, I'm patient. Okay, that was more than enough time. Before we get into this video, y'all, I just need to show you guys these perfumes that I have from Dossier. They were kind enough to send me these 2 fragrances that smell amazing. Luckily, you guys, I got my smell back after, I was sick and I ended up losing my smell, but now I can smell perfectly fine, which I'm so happy about because, y'all, there's nothing worse than not being able to smell your perfume or your body lotion, stuff like that, because you guys, your girl likes to smell good. So first of all, I just want to get into this packaging because, y'all, excuse me, this is so cute. If you guys don't know, Dossier's mission is to sell the highest quality, luxury-inspired fragrances at a fair price. So the first one that I have here is Floriental Vanilla. This is the one that I actually had on today. Y'all, it smells amazing. This specific fragrance is inspired by YSL. If you guys have ever smelled the Black Opium YSL perfume, this smells amazing, just like it. If I'm being honest with you guys, I would probably prefer this just because it smells beautiful and it's way more affordable. So why go and spend all that money when you can just get this? To describe this smell, this has a very light and dainty, I would say a very feminine smell. So if you guys are into, making somebody's head turn like, damn, she smells good, this is the perfect scent. It has mandarin, pink pepper, licorice, jasmine, orange blossom, cedarwood, coffee, vanilla. Like, it just smells very sweet and it just smells like you're a treat, deserves to be on a plate. It smells amazing and it's really noticeable just after one spray. The next scent that they sent me is Ambery Saffron. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm gonna put it, like the name of it, on the screen just in case you guys don't know how to spell it based off of my pronunciation, because I'm not 100% sure that it's correct. This one has some saffron, orange blossom, jasmine, plum, cedarwood. It smells so good. I would say this smells just as feminine as the other one, but I actually prefer this one just because it has some hints of like a woodsy smell and it's not as sweet. It smells really feminine, really womanly and sophisticated. I don't know, I really would prefer this one if I was going out on some bad vibes. I would really go with this one. Now if I'm going on a date with my man and he's into sweeter smells, I would go with the Floriental Vanilla. But both of them smell so good, so amazing. If you guys are interested, you guys can use my code. Everything is going to be in the description box below. You guys need to run, not walk, run to Dossier and get you guys some perfumes. I know you guys want to be smelling good around Christmas. They have hundreds and hundreds of different scents that you guys can choose from that are inspired by other designer brands. So yeah, go ahead and check them out, period. As you guys can see by today's title, I am finally back with another story time. You guys be hounding me. Literally, you guys don't let me sleep or eat without y'all DMing me saying, girl, where are the story times at? Y'all, this story time, I was also very hesitant to tell just because, I don't know, it's just, y'all are gonna know exactly why when I tell the story, because it's a little uncomfy to talk about, and just the story in general is uncomfy, but I'm gonna tell it anyways because now I can look back at it and laugh because it was very weird and nothing bad happened to me, so I guess I can tell it, right? If you guys haven't already checked out my new vlog, go watch that. First of all, you guys need to show love to the vlogs. I'm gonna say this in every story time. Maybe I can just imprint it in your head the more I say it. If you guys love me, please go watch my vlogs. I have a new vlog that's uploaded that showed pretty much my last Vlogtober little vlog that I did. And you guys, also, if you're somebody that loves to wait around for my story times or wants to know when the next story time is coming out, I be saying it a lot in my vlogs, so go tune into the vlogs. That being said, let's get into the story, y'all. I don't want to drag it too long because I don't know exactly, I never know how long these videos are going to end up being. Before I get started, I'm gonna give you guys the normal disclaimers that I always give you guys. This video is not to bash anybody. It is purely just entertainment, okay? And y'all, literally, look at my nails. I had to show you guys the new set, period. So boom, let's take it back all the way to the beginning of, the panoramic or whatever. It was 2019. I don't know if it was the beginning of 2019 or if it was towards the end of 2019. I'm not really sure, but I was 18 going on 19-ish and I worked at the beauty supply store. So I don't know if you guys remember me mentioning this in one of my older story times where I was like, the beauty supply store was one of the worst jobs that I worked at. And I have about, y'all, literally I have about 3 videos worth of story times from just that job alone. Literally, it was horrible. It was horrible. So I was working at the beauty supply store. It was a huge beauty supply store. This beauty supply store might as well have been a motherfucking Walmart. I mean, it wasn't that big, but it was big. When I started working there, I don't want to be that girl that's like, everybody hated me, but literally, y'all, all of the girls that worked there, because mind you, there were no dudes working there. That store was literally just a hub for estrogen. Like, you guys know how girls can be. I'm not gonna generalize girls as a whole and say, you know, all girls are like this, but you guys know how girls have a tendency to be. So when I started working there, a lot of them weren't really willing to get to know me. They didn't really care to get to know me. They weren't really helpful when I had asked them questions and stuff like that, because I was new, and a lot of them had been working there for a minute. So, you know, if I had a question, none of them would really try to help me. They were stank as fuck. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, they were stank. And one thing about me is I know how to fight. So it was okay that they were stank, because they knew better than to try me for real. They just was like, you know, just real stale personalities, just not the nicest people in the world. But I didn't give a fuck, because either I was gonna ask somebody else or I was gonna figure it out myself. I was just there to get my coins. I wasn't there to make no friends. I didn't really give a fuck. I wasn't setting out to make friends, but I did end up making a friend who I'm talking about in this story. And it was kind of like, it happened naturally. She kind of like came on like really strong, like one of those people with a really strong personality, really bubbly, really nice. So she was really talking to me a lot, very helpful. So, you know, I let that friendship kind of blossom naturally or whatever. The girl I'm talking about that I ended up being friends with or cool with, I'm going to name her Roach. And this isn't even me being funny about how she looks or anything like that. She was a decent looking girl. The reason I'm calling her Roach is because, y'all, roaches are real nasty in the dark. When it get dark, the roaches come out. Not in my house, okay? Not in my house. Yeah, she was real nasty in the dark, y'all. So we're just gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that later. But yeah, that's why I'm gonna call her Roach. So her name is Roach. There were 4 like sections of the beauty supply store. So there was a cosmetic area, of course, with makeup, lashes, all that stuff, clothes, the main floor, and then there was wigs in the back. In the back of the store, there were wigs. I was really good at being a cashier, and I was really hopeful that that's all they would want me to do, because y'all, that store was big. They had switched me out between sections, and to be honest, they really switched all of us just depending on what they needed and who was there and, you know, how busy we were. But there were girls that were predominantly at their certain sections of the store, and I just happened to be on the main floor predominantly. So obviously the clothes had to have like a sensor on there, and I had like a real hard time with that. Not only because I had longer nails, but just because they were very picky. At that store, they were so picky about where on the clothing item you had to put the sensor, and it would like differ per item, and it was just a lot. So I would ask her a lot, you know, like, is this okay to put the sensor right here and stuff like that. So I would go to her section a lot. So me and Roach ended up being pretty close. Like I said, we exchanged numbers, and we would text each other like, hey, when are you coming in? Are you gonna be in tomorrow? Pretty much stuff like that. We were as close as co-workers could be, you know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't say we were besties linking all the time and stuff like that. At this point, we had not linked. We just talked a lot at work. We would eat in the workroom together. We were just like always talking, like, and literally, y'all, she was the only person I talked to. It would be crickets when I'm there with anybody else, or people would just be looking at me funny. But then when she was there, y'all, we was kiki-keying. It was a vibe. Like, she was cool as fuck. So I ended up telling Roach about my boyfriend, which, y'all, my boyfriend at the time is the same boyfriend I have now, because we got together in 2019, like right after I graduated. We lived together in my brother's house. We didn't have our own place. We were getting back, or like we were getting on our feet, and she was living with her boyfriend, because you guys, we had an age difference. She was probably like 22 or 23 at the time, and I was 18 going on 19 at the time. So I don't know if that's weird to a lot of people, you know, the age difference, but I have a lot of older friends, and even in high school I had a lot of older friends, and I'm friends with my brother's wife, and she's like 25. So I never really thought anything of her wanting to be friends with me, even though I was younger than her. I'm gonna get into the red flags that I always end up, you know, telling you guys about, just things that I noticed at the time but didn't really take seriously or didn't realize they were red flags at the time. The first weird thing that she ended up doing was, a lot of times she would point out things about my body, or just things like strange things you wouldn't say to somebody, maybe to your best friend, but in like a funny way, because it wasn't even just what she was saying, it was the way she would say it. For instance, the beauty supply store was pretty cold. Like, our manager kept it really cold in there, which, y'all, I'm not complaining, because I love being cold. I hate when it's hot. But yeah, it was often really cold in the store. So she would make comments about how you could see like my chocolate chips through my shirt or whatever, because it was cold. And it kind of was weird to me how she would say stuff like that, because like I said, we weren't friends for that long, and like, we just didn't talk to each other like that. Like I just was kind of caught off guard when she started making comments like that. And then I remember one time I had like, we just had a work shirt. We didn't have no like big uniform. We just had to wear black pants, whether it's leggings, some workout pants, or some black skinny jeans, or some black khaki pants, like something like that. I would have on leggings and she would say how you can see through them, or she would even, I remember one time she even commented about my print, like you could see with my leggings, because you know, fat mom. But she shouldn't have said that. Like, why are you saying that? She would also call me like baby and stuff, which I'm not saying that's a red flag, because with my friends, y'all, even though I'm bi, which at the time she didn't even know that I was, because again, I just told her I had a boyfriend and that was it. But even though I am, like, I have interest in girls, I don't flirt with my friends. Like, I call my friends babe or baby, or like we play like how normal friends play, but they know I'm not hitting on them. Like, for one, I would never like my friends in that type of way. I just looked at it as that, like she was just one of those friends that, you know, will call you honey or some shit. Like, she just talks like that. A lot of times that we would be in the break room eating, she would be talking to me about her boyfriend. At first it was normal to me, because she would say things like how her boyfriend is so nice to her, how he treats her so well, which I guess that's normal for a lot of people. For me, y'all, let me put y'all on game. Never brag about your boyfriend or your significant other to somebody that you don't really know like that, because y'all, a lot of girls will tell you that your relationship is so cute, or you and your boyfriend are so cute whole time. They literally want to get bent over by your boyfriend. Like, a lot of girls are weird like that, and I know not all girls are like that. Some girls are genuine when they say, oh, y'all are so cute. Like, you know, some girls, of course, they're telling the truth, but this girl, I didn't know her, so it was weird to me how she was just like going in about how good of a boyfriend he is, how cute he is, and all this stuff. And I didn't really care, to be honest with y'all. Like, I didn't even talk to her about my boyfriend half as much as she talked to me about hers. She started talking about how much her boyfriend went to the gym, how good he made her feel, you know, how good in bed that he was, or how big that he was. Just almost as if she was putting him on the market, or like she was promoting him, or like self-promoting. Like, I was just like, well, not self-promoting, promoting her man. Like, why are you telling me that? Like, that for sure is something you never tell another girl, like how big he is. Why is you telling me that, girl? I just kind of thought maybe that's just what she does, you know, maybe she's just comfortable with me enough. Like, I didn't want to judge her, so I would just be there eating my salad or eating my food and just be like, okay, girl, okay, cool, like, okay, oh, for real, oh, okay, girl, okay. Like, I didn't really have nothing to say, because what do you say to that? Oh, like, for real? Let me see. Like, the fuck? There's nothing that you can say to that. The thing that was weird to me was that she never really asked me about my relationship. She never really cared about my relationship. When I would talk about my boyfriend in like a normal person way, like, you know, this is how we met, or this is how long we've been together, or, you know, I'm going on a date or something like that, she didn't really care. Like, she would change the subject to be about her man, but then she'd make it weird. So I'm like, One day at work, she asked me if I wanted to come over her house after work. It was a series that came out in 2019 that we both watched, and she said, you know, you can come over, we can cook salmon. And y'all know, if y'all know anything about me, I like to cook some salmon. So she was like, we can cook some salmon, we can watch Trinkets, like we can just chill or whatever. And I was like, yeah, sure. My boyfriend was busy that night. I didn't really have nothing to do, so I was like, yeah, that's fine. I rode with her to her house after work, and we were just chilling at her house. So her boyfriend was at the house, and at first he was being normal. And when I mean normal, like, usually, okay, so if you guys have a boyfriend that you live with, I feel like you guys could relate to me. A lot of times when you have company come, your best friend comes over or your homegirl comes over, a lot of times your boyfriend does not want nothing to do with what the girls got going on. Like, the boy will be hiding in the room the whole time, unless y'all are all three like mutual friends. I know my boyfriend, he just be in the room playing the game, or he'll be in the living room playing the game while we in the room. Like, it's not that he can't come around us, or he has to hide, or he has to be in the room, but a lot of times I see that boys just be letting the girls chill and just like go mind their business, because who the fuck, like, niggas don't want to sit and have girl talk or fucking watch girly YouTube videos and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, they just be letting us have our time. I'm gonna give him the name Possum. I'm gonna name him Possum, because you know possums be out in the dark and shit too. So Possum kept coming in the room. Like, when we was cooking, he was coming in the kitchen asking if he could help. Mind you, what dude is finna help us make some stuffed salmon? Like, boy, you know damn well you just be making ramen noodles. Let's not play that game. So I thought that was kind of odd, but I didn't really, you know, I thought he was just trying to be nice to the guests, you know, hospitality or some shit. But then it was like, when we were done cooking already and we was like in the living room just chilling, he kept coming in there, and he was just like, what are y'all doing? Oh, like, and then like looking at the show that we was watching, even though he I'm sure he wasn't interested in that show at all. He had asked us, like, asked me if I wanted to smoke. I said no. He asked me if I wanted something to drink. I said no. I said I wasn't really into drinking. Like, I was lying. I did definitely drink, but I didn't want to drink there. Like, I didn't want to be at her house for the first time drinking. Like, that just wasn't me. I didn't want to drink. So I told him no. And he finally left us alone. About 30 minutes from that time, I ended up wanting to go home. Not because she was being rude or anything like that. I just was getting tired. It was getting late. And I knew that she was going to have to take me home because, like I said, my boyfriend was out and he was busy. And he would not have been able to pick me up. It was 30 minutes away from my house. So I didn't want to ask her hella late, like, hey, can you take me home? I didn't want it to come up that she was, you know, she wanted me to spend the night or something like that. I just wanted to go the fuck home. I ended up asking her, hey girl, do you think in about 5 minutes, 10 minutes you could take me home? I'm really tired. I'm ready to go home. And she's like,
girl, I'm tired too. Like, I really don't want to drive. Like, I'm super tired. I don't think it's good if I drive tired.
And I was just like, yeah. Well, I need to go home. There were no available Ubers around her area. There weren't, like, at this time, there weren't really Ubers that were available. And yeah, you told me you would take me home, so baby, you taking me home. I don't give a fuck. She was like, that's fine. Like, girl, of course you're gonna go home. I'm just saying that, you know, I don't really want to drive, and like driving at night is not good for me because I can't see. Like, y'all, mind you, this girl goes to the club almost every weekend. Like, I see her driving on Snapchat. Like, I be seeing her driving at night all the time. What is you talking about? She ended up saying like, oh, I can just ask my boyfriend to drive you home. Like, he'll be cool with it, stuff like that. And I'm like, I'm good. So I told her, like, girl, I would just be more comfortable if you took me, or if at least you came with us. Like, you know, I don't want your boyfriend to just take me home. Like, I'm good off that. So she's like, fine, but I'm sitting in the back seat because I want to lay, like, put my feet up and lay out because I'm tired. And I was like, okay. So we get in the car. I'm sitting in the front with her boyfriend. She's in the back seat. And y'all, literally like 5 minutes into the drive, this girl is sitting up straight normal, like just like this. She's not laying her feet up. She's not like closing her eyes. She's not looking tired at all. While her boyfriend started playing R&B, I'm talking about diving in her ocean. I'm talking about riding on that pony. I'm talking about all the little, you know, old school R&B bops. He's playing them, and he's playing them loud. And I'm just like, at this point, I'm just waiting to get home. Like, I'm literally telling myself, like, girl, never again. Like, I know a lot of that might sound dramatic to y'all, but I'm just getting icky, nasty feelings. Like, how would your boyfriend give me the ick and he's not even my boyfriend? So I'm like, So I'm just like on my phone, y'all. I'm scrolling. She's not really talking to me. I mean, but there's loud music playing, so I didn't really, you know, expect her to talk to me. But we get around close to my area or whatever, and he ends up stopping at a McDonald's. So I'm like, here we go. Like, I am not trying to get no McDonald's. Y'all could have got this on the way back. Isn't your girlfriend tired? Like, can you just take me home? So he ends up pulling up to McDonald's, and he's like, you don't mind, you know, if I stop here? And I'm like, I guess not. You're already in the drive-thru, my guy. Like, what do you mean I don't mind? So he goes through, and he gives himself, like, I don't remember what it was. It was probably like some fries or something. He asked me, do you want anything? Like, I can get you something. And I'm like, no. I want you to get me the fuck home. That's what I want you to get me the fuck home. So when we get home, he parks the car or whatever, and my friend, or Roach, in the back seat, she sits up or whatever, and she's just talking to me like, okay, so I'm gonna see you at work, girl. When's the next time you want to come over? We should link. We should all go do this. We should all go do that. And I'm just like, oh yeah, I don't know. Like, I'll see you soon. Like, I don't know. And y'all, this man leans forward to me like close. Like, I wouldn't say like he's not in my face like he could kiss me. Like, he's not that close. But he gets in kind of close, and he's just like, yeah, like, you should come over again. Like, you should come over. And I was just like, so I look back at my friend. I'm looking at Roach like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna see you guys later. Literally, I start to like grab for my keys, because my keys have, the key to my brother's house was on my keys. So I was like, and y'all, literally my boyfriend wasn't home, my brother wasn't home. I think my sister-in-law was there, but she was like asleep or something. So the doors were still locked. They locked the doors, but because I have a key, and Jordan, my boyfriend, also has a key. So I had to get my keys to unlock the door. So I go to grab my keys, and Possum grabs my keys, and he starts like holding them away from me. But he's playing, like, he's playfully doing it, as in like he doesn't have a straight face or like a mad face or anything like that, which that doesn't justify what he's doing. But at the time, I didn't really think that he was doing anything with like bad intentions. I was just like, bro, this nigga can't catch a hint. Like, I'm trying to go home. He grabs the keys and he puts his hand on my leg.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
And at this point, y'all, I don't play those games. Like, I don't know what's going on here because your girlfriend is literally in the back seat. And I keep looking at her and she keeps just looking at me like, so I don't know what's going on, but I don't like this because I have a boyfriend. So regardless of what weird shit is going on here, I don't got time for this because I got a man. So I get mad and I'm like, bro, why is you putting your hands on me? Like, and I'm like, Roach, I don't know what's going on. I got a boyfriend and so do you. He's right here and he's touching me. What's happening? Like, yeah, I felt like I was literally in an alternate reality. Like, what are y'all doing? He backs up and he smacks his teeth and he throws my keys on the ground, like on the ground of the car or whatever, like the floor. And I'm looking at Roach like, bro, what the fuck? So I grab my keys and I get out the car. And as I'm getting out the car, I just hear him cussing under his breath. And he's saying like, this lame ass. And I hear him say to Roach, y'all, I thought you said she was gonna be with it. With what? Literally, y'all, Roach just smacked her teeth like she didn't say nothing. And I just got out the car and went in the house because I thought like, y'all, I was so mad. I literally started texting my boyfriend what happened. When I got in the house, like they just skirted off out the road like mad as. So I go to text Roach and I'm like, I sent her this long paragraph, y'all. I wish I still had it. It was like, girl, I don't know what the fuck is going on. Like, I'm not trying to bash y'all's situation. Like, if y'all are open, you know, poly relationship, then that's y'all. Like, some people, you know, have those type of dynamics going on. But you know that I don't. Like, I have a boyfriend. I've told you this. You never asked me, oh, are y'all an open situation? You never told me that y'all were an open situation. It's disrespecting my relationship. It's disrespecting my boyfriend. And it's disrespecting me. Because even if I was single, you should have told me what you was trying to do, what type of time you was on, so that I'm not uncomfortable. And like, if she would have told me this before I went to her house, I wouldn't have gone to her house. And that's no excuse for her to not tell me, like, in case she was worried I wouldn't come or some shit. That's not... Girl, they trying to trap me. Don't fucking play with me. So I ended up sending her the message and y'all, it did not go through. That bitch blocked me. She blocked me. I literally went to work the next day and I fucking quit. I did not like that at all. She wasn't there, like, luckily for her, because I probably would have got sturdy on her ass. I probably would have whooped that whole ass. I probably would have walked her like a dog. But she wasn't there and I just quit. I know a lot of y'all would probably be like, girl, why would you let that situation like ruin your coins or like stop you from getting to a bag or some shit like that? But no, I am not finna work at no place after that awkward ass, weird ass situation happened. On top of, I don't have no other friends there. I don't have, and like I said, you might not work somewhere to make friends, but you don't want to work somewhere where you literally dread going to work every day. Everybody's rude to you. Nobody helps you. And on top of that, I'm making minimum wage. Like, what's the fucking point? Like, what the fuck is the point? I already needed a reason to quit because of how like annoying and tiring the job was itself. So yeah, I just quit, y'all. And she blocked me off of Snapchat. She blocked me off Instagram. And that was the last time that I saw her. And that shit was just... that shit was beyond me. But y'all, fun fact, around when I was working at the beauty supply store, that's when I first started TikTok. And I didn't really take it seriously. It really was like a joke at first, just doing it for fun. And like slowly TikTok started to blow up that I was doing and stuff. But when I quit the beauty supply store, that's when I started doing loyalty tests. And that's when I blew up crazy. Like, that is literally the like sequence of events that got me to where I am now, which I'm still going and I'm still like, you know, I'm still trying to get to an even bigger goal or whatever. But literally, if I would have never quit the beauty supply store, I really doubt that I would have started loyalty tests and that I would have had that much time in my hands to like make videos and stuff. And yeah, so everything happens for a reason. I'm not mad at it. I don't regret, you know, the situation happening, because a lot of situations that happen to me that I have like a story to tell about is like part of why I am who I am today. And I'm grateful for it because like I'm a bad bitch and I love who I am. So yeah, y'all, that's the end of this story. I haven't talked to her since this happened, and I have gone back to that beauty supply store since. I don't live in that same city anymore, but sometimes like I'm crossing that city or I'm seeing somebody that I know in that city and I'll go to that beauty supply store. And literally, y'all, nobody that I worked with in 2019 still works there today, other than like the little managers and stuff. One time that I was buying something there, I asked the girl like, did she like working here? And she told me no. She said she was about to quit. quit. She says everybody quits. Literally, y'all, that place is so toxic, and I'm so happy that I'm out of this situation. And all the girls that are rude to me or were rude to me at that job probably watch me now. Girl, you're a hater, because you know I didn't do nothing to you. Literally, I was so nice to all those girls, and all of them were just rude as fuck and stiff and stale. But that's okay. People that are good to other people get blessed, and that's what the fuck I am. So if you guys like this story time, make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. Comment other videos that you guys want to see from me. Turn on the post notification bell so you never miss when I post a video. Follow me on all my social medias that are in my link tree in the description box below. Watch my vlogs. Yeah. You didn't think I was going to tell you again? Watch my vlogs, because I'm not playing with you. And I'll catch y'all in the next one. Bye.